Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Happy Monday. My webcam's still busted. The new one I got, I have to get a return for. Fortunately, it's still gonna be a little bit. Yeah, I know what PCG is, I just haven't done anything with it. Oh, is it not necessarily a fan game then? Yeah, I mean, I've seen tons of Pokerogue streams. I haven't looked into it at all. Playing PCG, I don't know what Poke 2 is either. Um, yeah, playing PCG would take away from playing Pokerogue. I gotta keep grinding. There we go. Excuse me. Where did we stop? I think we stopped at the end of Gen 2 last time. Oh, is it? Okay. I haven't looked into bots and stuff all that much for Pokemon and stuff. Already a lot of Psychic type S tiers. Let's actually today go ahead and knock some of the ones out of the way. It's a little bit strange. I go low and right show. Electric Psychic, I love this combination. Is Electric Psychic the only type, like, is this the only Electric Psychic type in the game? Out of curiosity. Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's kind of cool. Surge Surfer and Electric Surf, or Surge, it's Swish Swim, but on electric terrain. Oh, okay. Well, in Gen 1, if you got a KO with Hyper Beam, didn't you not have to go through the recharge time either? Surge Surfer on something that already has 110 base speed is pretty good. Low HP, low defense, but slightly above average special defense, good special attack, slightly above average attack. These aren't bad stats. I like having the stats, special attack, and speed. No egg moves for this Pokemon, so you're gonna have to look here probably. Moonblast, Fiery Dance, Aura Wheel. Those are kind of cool. Surprised they don't have egg moves listed for it. Level up moves. Getting Psychic is good though. Zippy Zap is also nice just on Evolve. Or at base. Oh, okay. That's pretty big. Um, Getting Nasty Plot through level up is also kind of huge just because of that. You get Pika Papao and Thunderbolt. Nuzzle is also good. There's some stuff here. There is no coverage though. I mean, you have Iron Tail. You get no coverage. Pokerogue, Moonblast, excuse me. Moonblast, Fiery Dance, and Aura Wheel are all good. Um, I think it's fine. I think getting Nasty Plot through level up is pretty helpful. It's got literally unique typing. And then Moonblast as an egg move definitely helps. Because like as a fast psychic type, you're already gonna do halfway decently against Eternatus. Moonblast helps against Rayquaza combined with Nasty Plot. I think I'd probably put it there. It doesn't have the X factor that Mega Metacham has. Yeah. I think we can put it there. I love psychic types in this game in general. Um, like psychic and electric are my favorite types. I'll put it there. And we go to Goober. I mean, that was last week, Goober. Last week was a short stream. Nope, Mew is there. Protean plus Shell Smash and like access to pretty much every typing in the game is kind of huge. Pure Psychic type to start. It is pure Psychic type. All right. This guy I have mixed feelings about. Low average HP, good attack though, below average defense, usable special attack, usable special defense, but good speed. This thing can put out some damage, and the high base speed's good. Runaway is kind of meh. Pastel Veil, probably the best one in here. Chilling Nay, though, really sends this thing to overdrive. You have speed to take advantage of the boosted attack. You'd like a little more speed, but even then, it's not awful. Like 105 is still pretty good. Psychic Fairy type, and then you get Magical Torque, Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, Photon Geyser if you want to go special. Extreme Speed is especially dangerous with Chilling Nay. And the Magical Torque you get obviously good stab on, and it hits Rayquaza very hard. I like this thing. It's pretty useless before it levels up. Like, it dies very, very, very easily. So getting it to level, or getting it to evolve at 40 can be a little aggravating at times if you're not careful. You do get Psycho Cut as well, which becomes my favorite Psychic type move to use on this guy, just because Photon Geyser is special. I usually didn't use Mega Horn, but you can if you want to. Stomp is what it is. You have stuff for Psychic stuff in here if you want, or special stuff in here if you want it. I generally didn't go that way, just because there's a 20-point difference between the attack and special attack, and Chilling Nay. You also have Healing Wish, if you want to put it more supportive. Heal Pulse as well. This thing's not gonna like solo you runs. I think I'd probably put it like there. What's up, Kaskin? Oh, does it really? Did I completely miss that? Have I used it wrong? Is that an exclamation point sandwich for me? Alright, so I'm a dumbass. That's like Terra Blast. How did I not know that? It still stays there. Alright, I need to learn how to read. Got it. Thank you. Yo, Moondrop, how you been? Been a little while. Doing alright. We're, real life is getting very, very busy. I haven't been able to do this as much, and the new webcam I got isn't working, so that's why there's no webcam today, and probably for a couple weeks. Don't try to do a tier list, though, now I'm feeling better. Yeah. I mean, the extra critical strike chance is definitely nice on Psycho Cut. Especially you put a scope lens on it, like Terra Psychic, Psycho Cut with scope lens. Oh, what are you up to, Moondrop? Yeah, that is a downside of Photon Geyser. There's only 5. That's one reason I sometimes take Confusion instead of Photon Geyser when starting with Celebi. All right. Let's look at this guy. They both have psychic. Yeah. Okay. That's a slow bow. Good psychic. Ooh, nice. There's some really good psychic ones in Violet. You have like a Spathra. Is Ceruledge Violet? Or not Ceruledge, Armor Rouge. And then I don't know the starters are though. Let's start with Slowbro. Good HP, good attack, good defense, good special attack, below average special defense, slow as shit. Armor Rouge is Scarlet. Okay. That's too bad. The slow twins are going to be slow. Just let's get that out of the way. Quick Draw is kind of cool. It's basically like another Quick Claw. I don't know the exact percent, but it triggers fairly often. Regenerator is also nice, especially if you have something with that high of a base speed. Neuroforce. It's a damage boost. Shed Tail works well with Regenerator. Batty Bad, Moonblast, and Photon Geyser. There's good coverage. Legion of Veluza. And Bruxish, right? Isn't Bruxish in there too? Shell Sidearm is pretty cool. You have Yawn for utility. And some psychic stuff in here too, even though... Or not psychic, some special stuff. So Surf, Psychic, and then it gets Slack Off, which is also really cool through level up. So there are definite things you can do. There is no setup there. Setup. On the other side, Slow King is just a special defense version of it. Curious Medicine, I'd kind of rather have Quick Draw, if I'm being honest. Does have Intimidate, so this is going to be a bulkier support thing. True, it's not. I think I'd prefer Slow Bro, just because I like a little more offense. But this still isn't awful. This gets Nasty Plot and Power Gem, which is kind of cool. Yawn as well, Water Pulse, yeah, it gets the same suite. I think these are fine. The Kanto Slowpoke is up here because of the Mega Slowbro being so tough to remove at times. I think these are fine. But without an X factor, like a Mega, they're just too slow to really do much. They're too slow to be super threats. They can still be really good. And they can still do damage. No utility. Also, for those that missed it, I am 7 egg moves away from having all of them in the game. 7. 1 common, 1 rare, 4 epic, and 1 legendary. All I'm missing. Alright, that's all. Let's look at Galarian Articuno. Fun fact, this guy was the last one I needed when I was going for every shiny in the game. Or every tier 1 shiny in the game. We did a 12-hour stream and got this on the last egg of the stream. Here we are. Good HP, slightly above average attack, slightly above average defense, really good special attack, good special defense, and good speed. Is that what they're adding in? Did they make an announcement? Or are you leaking that? I heard there was an update coming up. And Psychic Flying is, I mean, it's not an uncommon typing. You got Sigilyph and Xatu and Swoobat, Woobat, and all that. It's a leak? Okay. Articuno just kind of does it better. Secret Sword is good, Night Daze is good, Ice Beam, and Oblivion Wing. I love all of these, especially Ice Beam and Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing, just being able to heal yourself, and you already have some bulk to take advantage of that. Ice Beam for the coverage. Even Light Days isn't bad for the accuracy drop. If you get a multi-lens on it, you can get double accuracy drop. In here, you also get Freezing Glare, which is very cool, and Stab. It's pretty hard. The Braviary, yeah, that works. That works too. We'll talk about Braviary later, I'm sure. Yeah, I think in the level up, probably like Recover if you don't have Oblivion Wing and Freezing Glare. Probably the two main ones. Maybe you want Tailwind. You at least have stuff, if you use it as a starter without egg moves as well. Gust and Confusion, you can both use early on. Special attack stat, you should be able to one-shot things pretty quickly. I think this thing's solid. I'm not crazy about using it like in there because its special attack stat is good at 125, but it's not insane. Competitive can be helpful, but it's inconsistent to trigger. And yeah, you don't have a way to set yourself up course of a fight. I think I'd rather have Celebi with Quivered Darts. But still very strong. Only 4 points or 6 if you don't have any of the cost reductions, which isn't bad. Alright, now we can start looking at Gen 3. Motherfucker. Give me a second. Really sucks that whenever you accidentally quit out of this, all of these down bottom go back to where they were. Maybe I should try pinning images. Although that might just be up top. Give me a second. Need to get my story straight. I don't even know what this is. There's the Braviary. Keep Dottler there because Blipbug isn't part psychic type. Alright, yeah, that's it. That's annoying. Zen mode during Manatine. Oh, is it? Okay, thank you. I don't know if we'll talk about it or not. Got all of them back below. Hopefully I don't do that again. Alright, Spoink. Here it is. Cheap guy. Half a point. 2 points if you don't have any reductions. He's the best. Interesting. Alright. Usable HP, very bad attack, below average defense, good special attack, really good special defense, and usable speed. These aren't insane. Thick Fat is cool. Own tempo. I'd rather sit at. Gluttony is kind of cool though, and this does let you set up Psychic Surge. Aura Sphere, Milk Drink, Expanding Force, and Tail Glow. So you can have Tail Glow, Psychic Surge, Expanding Force. Seems pretty good to me. Biggest thing is it's still still has 80 speed. That's what would hold it back. And like low-ish physical defense. These are still nice though. You have Milk Drink. You're not super bulky. Not gonna go as far. Theater Dance has some utility. You have Splash as well if you want a meme. I actually have found use for Splash before and moves like it. But it's super niche. And there are other moves that do the same thing better. Power Gem for coverage is kind of cool. Get Psychic. I think this thing's fine for 2 points. Or half a point. You kind of want Tail Glow with it though. I think we put it here. Wish it had a little more speed. I don't even think it got agility or anything. Not that that would make it great, but I don't. Again, it's a pig. It's not gonna get agility. I think it's fine. Tail Glow, Expanding Force, and Psychic Terrain is very, very powerful. You can try getting a couple quick claws or carbos for it. Region based on Korea. Sound based utility. Yeah. So you're saying they should make that their sole project? You can't see it because my webcam's broken, but I'm making a face right now. Let's look at Luna Town at 3 points. Good HP, below average attack, below average defense, good special attack, slightly above average special defense, and below average speed. Levitate is good on a rock type. Shadow Shield, also pretty good. Lets you get your setup moves up if you have it. Revelation Dance, Moongeist Beam, Shell Smash, Luminacrass. These are all kind of nasty. Because that could be a rock type Revelation Dance. Which is pretty good because outside of like Power Gem, there aren't really many good rock type special moves. Luminacrash is also good. Shell Smash you can combine with Shadow Shield. You can get it off and then, you know, doubled special attack, doubled speed. 140 speed, 190 special attack. You're looking pretty good. Even Moongeist Beam, even with only 5 power points. Pretty solid. Like, I'd be pretty happy with this set alone. You do get Moonblast as well. Sure. That definitely helps. You get Psychic if you don't have Luminacrash. Yeah, I mean, this seems pretty solid. I can see why it's 3 points. But those egg moves are kind of nutty. Kind of has everything you'd want. Put it here. Has Luminacrash Return to this, has either Rock type Revelation Dance for 145 Rayquaza or Moonblast for 195 Rayquaza. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I knew where you're going with it. I just wanted to make the soul joke. Yeah, I think I can go there. Shadow Shield plus Shell Smash is a potent combination. It's got enough coverage. It's immunity to one of its weaknesses with Levitate. Yeah. Soul Rock. Also 3 points. This is the physical attacking defensive side of Luna. So same stats, just switch special attack and special defense with attack and or attack and defense. Levitate, it gets drought. I mean, Shadow Shield, it's 2 different things. Drought is kind of cool. Shadow Shield lets you set up. Drought can change the weather, which can be big. Just being able to set up the weather in like lake or seabed or desert badlands, stuff like that is pretty helpful at times. Mighty Cleave, Photon Geyser, Shell Smash, and Sacred Fire. Shell Smash I don't think is as good on this guy because you don't have the Shadow Shield to keep you safe as you set it up. So weird. Okay. We still have Photon Geyser. Mighty Cleave can hit really hard too. It actually hits harder than Revelation Dance. You still have Shell Smash if you find a way to set it up. And then again, you have 140 speed, 190 attack. Get Flare Blitz, which will hit definitely like a truck in the sun. Just careful of recoil. Rock Throw, Rock Slide. Unfortunately, now you're getting into rock type physical moves, which generally want wide lenses. Yeah, Stone Edge as well. I definitely think Lunatone is better. I actually put this guy like down here. In a lot of situations too, I'd rather have Lumina Crash than Photon Geyser. Yeah. Yeah, I just kind of like the way Lunatone comes together more. And it's not susceptible to Intimidate. Oh, Toy, when are you getting more shiny variants, my guy? This guy only costs 2. Half a point if you have the cost reductions. 1 second, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, Claydol. Below average HP, below average attack, good defense, really good special defense, below average special attack, slightly below average speed. Is what it is. Levitate is cool though. It doesn't show up any of its weaknesses. Well-baked body doesn't show up any of its weaknesses, but gives it an immunity. So between Levitate, Well-baked body, and being a ground type, you have 3 immunities, which is kind of cool. And like fire, ground, and electric aren't super uncommon. Pretty good immunities to have. Hyper Beam at 1. Extra Sentry and Earth Power are both valuable. Not a ton in level up stuff. Recover is good. Glare for utility. Ruination can be really strong against either like Rayquaza or Eternatus. Mystical Power as well. It's not super accurate, 90%, so you can miss. This guy just kind of wants to face Eternatus. Like, even the splits could be helpful against them. Or against him. It's not insane. The egg moves help a little bit, but not a ton during, like, just getting through the classic campaign. I think I'm going to put it, like, there. You can do it. It has 3 immunities. It has some staying power. I'm not a fan of it. I think there are definitely better Pokemon for dealing with Eternatus. I think I'm gonna put it there. I could even see it down. Actually. Alright, for my ground type tier list, I had Claydol, or yeah, I had Baltoy and Claydol near the bottom of B. That might be a little too high in my opinion. I'll put it here for now. Yeah, I think it just struggles until Eternatus, and even then, there are other things you can do with it. Alright, why not? Still needs more experience. Wobbuffet. Oh, I hate this little guy. I hate this little guy. Cost me a Metagross in my Pokemon Emerald randomized Nuzlocke. Anyway, huge amount of HP, nothing else. Really bad attack, really bad special attack, really bad speed. Not good defense or special defense either. It just has hit points. Shadow Tag is kind of cool. Telepathy as well. Sturdy does kind of make sense on this. You can take a massive amount of damage because you're a high health pool. Live with an 8 hit point. Recover, Shed Tail, Taunt, and Comeuppance. Comeuppance is basically Dark type Metal Burst. Uh, maybe. Again, they're trying to make it the physical attacking alternative to Lunatone. I definitely see it from like a design perspective or like an aesthetic perspective from how it looks. You get counter Mirror Coat, Destiny Bond, counter Mirror Coat, Flash, and Encore. I just don't think this thing is good in classic mode. You could probably use it. Maybe it's helpful against Eternatus. But like I'd even put it down here. It doesn't even get like Salt Cure or something. Yeah. Maybe it takes something with it, but yeah, I just think it's there. Let's go from not a great psychic type to one that's probably pretty decent. Metagross. Usable HP, really good attack, really good defense, above average, like good special attack, good special defense, slightly below average speed. Clear body, it's pretty helpful. Levitate. Take one of your weaknesses, turn it into immunity. Pretty nice. Headlong Rush can be nice. Ice Spinner can hit like a truck. Shift Gear is one of the better physical setup moves in the game. You also have Drain Punch. Take that and combine it with the Mega. Now you have more attack, more defense, more special defense, 40 more speed, which is huge for it. Tough Claws, Full Metal Body. So you lose Levitate, but you get Tough Claws. That's pretty much what you're trading. You're gonna be hitting like a truck. You still have Hammer Arm, Bullet Punch for priority, then Headbutt if you want it. Meteor Mash. A lot of good stuff in here. Ice Spinner helps against Rayquaza. You have Headlong Rush if you want it for Eternatus, or just grab then Headbutt as well. You do have to wait until 45 to completely evolve it. Until then, it's not great. You talking about Levitate? Yeah. Yeah. Which are all super helpful. I get shift gear. That's right. Even without the mega, that speed is not an issue for long when you can just double it with one setup move. Sure. Like, it's really good. Especially at 4 points. Yeah. I think shift gear is what takes it from A tier to S tier. Like, you don't even need the mega. Without shift gear, I think it drops somewhat, but it's still really solid. Wish it had a better physical psychic type move. I mean, Psycho Cut and Psychic Fangs are both solid. I just dislike the accuracy of Headbutt. You'd probably want Psycho Cut for the Tough Claws. Or does Tough Claws punching, or is it anything that makes contact? Make direct. Okay, so they would both be fine. Yeah, I think it goes S tier. Even without the Mega, I think it goes there. Alrighty, the Lotties. I still hold on. What do I still need for Latios? Oh, I'm missing an IV from it. Missing one IV from Latios. Okay, sorry. The Lotties are 5 apiece. Let's look at Latios first. So usable HP, usable attack, good defense, really good special attack, really great special defense, and really good speed. Again, good speed is a big deal. Levitate, sure. Speed boost, you get to go even faster. It becomes a little useless after a point, but sure. Core Enforcer is huge. Fusion Flare is what it is. Sparkly Swirl is kind of nice. It's just inaccurate with 5 power points. Could be a way to boost it up. Core Enforcer, I think, is the big one. Psywave at 1, you do get Recover as well. You have a decent amount of bulk. It's not insane. You can get some out of that. Infusion, Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse, if you don't have Core Enforcer. Psychic through level up. You don't have any setup here. However, you get Calm Mind through TM if you find it, which can be kind of nice. No nasty plot. You also have a Mega. Way more special defense, good amount more special attack. Speed stays the same. Looks like you get a little more defense. HP stays the same. Attack goes up a little bit. Still have Levitate, and you get Prism Armor. Just makes you way tankier. You get Prism Armor instead of Speed Boost. I think that's okay. You're already at 110. The extra speed is definitely nice, but the little bit of extra bulk also is as well. I think I'm gonna put it here. The dragon typing makes it way more volatile against Eternatus and Rayquaza. You'll put it up just slightly. It is 7 or 5 if you have the cost reductions. Not having built-in setup makes those fights a little bit tougher. If you can't one-shot them, you're getting one-shot in return. I think even with Prism Armor. Definitely will buy Dynamax Cannon or Emax Cannon from Eternatus. Maybe from a Dragon Darts or Outrage from Quaza. Let's look at Latios. Usable HP, good attack. Usable defense, really great special attack. Really good special defense, good speed. Basically trades a little bit of special defense for the special attack. Levitate, speed boost, we just talked about it. Core Enforcer, Blue Flare. This gets Nasty Plot, that's a big deal. Tachyon Cutter's also kind of nice. It hits the Ice and Fairy types that will threaten you. Core Enforcer, Nasty Plot plus Tachyon Cutter, I think makes a pretty big difference between the two. Those get Dragon Dance if you do want to go physical. Recover well. Luster Purge. I might have missed Luster Purge on Latias. And then this also has a Mega. Way more special attack. More bulk. More attack. The amount of bulk you get is not a ton, and your speed stays the same. You get Tinted Lens, though, which just kind of boosts your damage away even more. It does not make your moves that are immune do more damage, but it evens out the power curve a little bit with Nasty Plot. I think Nasty Plot plus speed boost puts it here. Like maybe even higher. I think it's a really good combination on an already very offensive mon. I think Protean might be a deciding factor here. Plus Core Enforcer is insane. And the thing about this too, dragons resist all 3 starter types. So against the 145 and 195 fights, if you lead with your Latios, you're going to be able to get a Nasty Plot up and a speed boost as they switch into whatever they want to switch into. And by then, you should be fine. You should be able to one-shot whatever they send out. I think that's fine to put there. I could even see it going above Mew, but Nasty Plot and Tachyon Cutter makes a difference. Rachi is next? Man, we're just hitting all of these guys. Alright. Rachi, 100 stats across the board. Yippee. Serene Grace and Comatose. Comatose is kind of cool. Just makes you immune to status effects. Also lets you use things like Snore, Sleep Talk, Facade, I guess. Tachyon Cutter, Triple Arrows, Rock Slide, and Shell Smash. Shell Smash, Blistering Grace really makes it so you can flinch things pretty often. At the very least, you're outspeeding them and doing a ton of damage. Because after Shell Smash, you'll have attack and special attack and speed at 200. Game's pretty nice. Start with Confusion, and that's it. That can be a little tough, because then you get Swift, and then you don't get anything else till Zen Headbutt at 28, which isn't great. If you don't have any of these egg moves, it can be a little rough to use at the beginning. Meteor Mash as well. Serene Grace means you could get a attack boost. No X Factor, no Mega, no G Max, no alternate form. Ghost Mesh is nice. Wins chance and coverage here. Stab on that, because you get... I mean, Doom Desire is Future Sight, but Steel type. Yeah, you don't even get Flash Cannon. So you do here. Tachyon Cutter just to shore up the special steel. It's fine. It's 7. I find it a little harder to use than actually Galari and Articuno. I'm going to put it there. Put it there. Galari and Articuno has stuff. These two are pretty close. I think these four would probably be an A+ tier if I was doing pluses and minuses. Alright. Deoxys. I really don't like this guy. Tons of speed, tons of offense. Negligible defense, just like a Pheromosa. This is a normal form. Attack form. Less defense, slightly more attack, and special attack. Defense form is the exact opposite. Your attack and special attack actually aren't that bad, and you get way more defense. Your speed's also at 90. It's not awful. Not quite as polarizing as the normal and attack form. So 50 base HP kind of hurts. And then speed form. You have 50 HP and then good attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and a ton of speed. Not insane in any of the ones besides speed, but good. Pressure, Shadow Shield. Normal form has pressure and Protean. Attack form gets adaptability. Defense form gets Regenerator. They all kind of synergize. Most of them boost damage. Shadow Shield lets you set up a little bit more. Or Lumina Crash, I guess. Collision Course, 5 power points, but hits dark types well. Fusion Flare, 5 power points. Parting Shot, utility. Lumina Crash, at least has 10. You get stab on it and can help scale up your damage over the course of a fight against a single target. Looking at Eternatus or Rayquaza, mostly. Maybe some boss Pokemon as well. Maybe if you come across the Shuckle or Snorlax events, you can punch through them. You gotta find the items for the forms and then the form you want. And the normal form is just way too frail for me. It's very frail. Outside of Confusion, like Wrap doesn't do a ton. Nightshade's okay, but then you don't get another attacking move till 19, which can be a little rough. I don't love Deoxys, and I have a feeling my bias is going to play in a pretty big role here. I don't think it's consistent at all because of how frail it is. And it's 7 points. Yeah. And it's not even like Pheromosa that gets Beast Boost. And Quiver Dance and stuff like that. I'm putting it here because of consistency. Here because of consistency. Yeah, because of consistency issues, it goes there. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, I don't love it. All right, 1 second. All right. Yeah, I don't love Deoxys. I can't even put it there. We're putting it there. Yeah. At 7 points or even at 5, I think it's just Chingling. Am I missing something? I have everything going right. Yep, I have all the natures. Okay, I was just double checking. Half a point or 2 if you don't have any cost reductions. I'm Echo. You're a Psychic type. Slightly below average HP, poor attack, usable defense, good special attack, good special defense, below average speed. That's gonna hurt. Levitate, sure. Punk Rock, kind of cool. Egg moves. Torch Song. Eerie Saw or Eerie Spell is kind of cool. Uh, it's not the best psychic type, but it's got interesting utility at least. Alluring Voice. And then Boomburst. What just happened? Ah, that's what happened. Okay. I mean, it's another Pokemon going into the sound archetype, but it doesn't do it as well. It's a little too slow. Doesn't have dual synergizing abilities for it. It just has Punk Rock. Torch Song is still really good, but there's nothing to boost its speed in here. Doesn't get stab on Boom Burst. There's some utility in here, but even then, it's pretty not great. Even with Torch Song, which is one of the absolute best moves in the game, this thing's gonna come up a little bit short. Let me be familiar myself with Not 2 real quick. Okay. Okay. I think it's just a little too slow, a little too frail. I think Inger's there. Yeah, I think Inger's in C tier. Even with Torch Song. Alright, Bronzong. This guy costs 1. Also, I'm just gonna double check. Okay, I have all the natures and everything for him. This guy costs 1 or 3. Steel Psychic. We've seen the typing before. Still pretty cool. Below average HP. Good attack. Really good defense. Usable special attack. Really good special defense. Low speed. Levitate or Heat Proof is kind of cool. Levitate gives you a full-on immunity. Heat Proof gives you basically changes a weakness to normal. Mirror Armor is pretty cool though. Recover, Tachyon Cutter, Glare, and Lumina Crash. I kind of like this thing. Tachyon Cutter's cool. Glare is utility. Lumina Crash. You're probably going to be sticking around a while, so you can lower special defense quite a bit. This alone is a pretty solid set. Oops. You have your 2 stabs. Lock things down with paralysis and then recover whatever they hit you with. Confuse Ray if you want to go for paralysis, confusion stuff. Extra Sensory as well can work. And then you have Heavy Slam. You have Iron Defense. You don't get Body Press through level up, but you do get it through TM if you want to go that way. I think at 3. I think right there. Maybe here. Yeah. Again, it being slow hurts, but at least it's got halfway decent typing, some utility, and add a kit that can work together. Mime Jr. Not a Pokemon I've used much. Start with Kanto, Mr. Mime. Poor HP, poor attack, poor defense. Really good special attack, really great special defense, and good speed. Soundproof Filter or Technician. Depending on kind of what you want to go for. Gets Prankster as well. Chilly Reception, you can make it snow. Moonblast, you get Stab on it in this form. Frost Breath, and Lumina Crash. Seems like these are mostly going for the Galarian, Mr. Rhyme. But still kind of nice to have it in general. I mean, Moonblast and Frost Breath helpful against Rayquaza and Eternatus. And Lumina Crash helpful mostly against Eternatus. Uh, Lots of utility in here, lots of support. Dazzling Gleam and Psychic, but you're not outputting a ton of damage with this thing. Glorious Mr. Rhyme, or Mr. Mime, is, and then there's Mr. Rhyme. So that, here we go. All right, Ice Psychic. Usable HP, slightly above average attack, slightly below average defense, good special attack, good special defense, slightly below average speed. Ice Psychic. Tangled Feet, eh. Screen Cleaner, uh, probably not going to be that helpful. Probably going to hurt you more than it helps you. Ice Body, add Prankster. Still Chilly Reception if you want to go for Ice Body. Frost Breath, Lumina Crash, and then Moonblast just for general coverage. Slack Off. After you, maybe Dazzling Gleam. Icy Wind for that type of stuff. Freeze Dry, I like more than Ice Beam. Still no way to set yourself up in level up or egg moves. You get Calm Mind and Nasty Plot through here, though. I think it's fine. I don't think it's great, but I think it has enough that it can work. The ice typing definitely helps. I think I put a little bit higher if it had more speed. I think it goes in there because it was 2 points. Yeah. All right, let's get through the end of Gen 4, and then I'll take a break. Uxie. What do I still need on Uxie? I still need an IV. Okay. Slightly below average HP, slightly below average attack, really good defense, slightly below average special attack, really good special defense, good speed. Levitate and Illusion. You could play around this quite a bit to buy yourself a turn. You illusion into a steel type or a poison type or a rock type or electric type and beat out a ground type move with illusion. Or Lumina Crash is good. Aura Sphere, recover. Tail Glow is really, really good. I think. All of them to get Tail Glow is to rare egg move. Other moves, you have some options in here. Try Attack, Psycho Cut, Expanding Force, which if you don't have Psychic Train isn't insane. Side Beam, Extra Sensory, Psychic. Yawn can be helpful. Then you have some stuff in TMs as well. You don't get any type of ace type move though, or specialized type move, which is kind of a downer. You get Ice Punch. All of the Lake Trio are 5 points or 3, except for Azelf. I think this is fine. It's not insane. It's the more defensive one, I believe. I think I'd put it there. Tail Glow is really good. This thing's a little more offensive. Yeah, this thing's more offensive, but a little less speed, I believe. I think this had 90. Yeah, it's had 95 speed. So even though this is more offensive, the lower speed definitely hurts it. We already talked about Photon Guys or Aura Sphere Recover. Pretty similar sets here. I'm actually going to put it slightly below this because of the lower speed, even though it's got higher attacking stats. And Azelf, this is the offensive one with more speed. Levitate, this gets Neuroforce, which is really good. Psy Strike, Aura Sphere, this gets Ice Beam to go with Tail Glow. I can see why this is a point higher. Still gets Tail Glow. And goes down. Maybe. Nah, it doesn't have the X factor of Latias. Latias has the Mega. Definitely deserving of the extra point, though. Alright, Cresselia. Do I have ever. Hold up. Oh, I have everything for Cresselia now. Cool. Alright, Cresselia costs 4 or 6 if you don't have cost reductions. Really great HP, below average, like slightly below average attack, really great defense, slightly below average special attack, really great special defense, and slightly above average speed. Levitate gives an immunity. Shadow Shield, helpful. Cosmic Power, I guess I don't love Cosmic Power as a setup move. Body Press, Sizzly Slide, and Lumina Crash. Very interesting set. Cosmic Power does work with Body Press. Sizzly Slide is also very interesting. You do get like Aurora Beam, Psy Beam, Moonlight, Psychic, Moonblast. Lunar Dance is a big one. Sorry, not Lunar Dance, Lunar Blessing is a big one. This thing's fine. Definitely could be tough to remove. I see you get Recovered. You get Moonlight. Moonlight and Lunar Blessing. You also get Calm Mind if you want that instead of like Cosmic Power. The egg moves seem a little all over the place. Like Lumina Crash. Like Sizzly sliding away. I think for the price, this isn't going in S tier, which sounds crazy because how good it was in VGC. I think I might even put it there. It doesn't set itself up, does it? And Cosmic Power. That doesn't set itself up. It can get Calm Mind. No nasty plot though. Yeah. I think it's there. They can definitely put in work, but might be a bit of a struggle. And Victini. Honored across the board. Victory Star. Alright. Pure Force. Sure. Egg Boost. Blue Fair. Volt Strike. Luster Purge. Issue with all of these? 5 power points on each of them. The accuracy is not a huge deal because you have Victory Star. But 5 power points on these. Victory Dance is one of the best moves in the game for physical setup mons. You do get V Create. Just be careful with it. Flame Charge as well. Headbutt. Searing Shot. This thing's not crazy. The low power point on its best moves makes it tough to use early. Doesn't have doesn't have any one insane stat to really help get it there outside of setup. I think this is another one that falls in like the middling pack in here. Maybe even like here. These at least have Tail Glow to really ramp up their damage even faster. And some really cool like egg moves and stuff that don't have to worry about 5 power points. I'm going to put it there. We're going to take a quick break and then I will be back with Gen 5. Thanks for hanging out so far today, guys.